Hello, I'm ABXToyCat and welcome back to another video. Today I have some Minecraft 1.9 to share with you all. This is because a snapshot just released for it, and one of the most fleshed out parts of the snapshot, and indeed one of the most important parts of the Minecraft 1.9 combat update game, is the new arrow system that's going to be coming into play, because we're going from one arrow type from 1.8 and before, all the way up to 15 different types of arrow in this update, and I figured I'd explain all the different possibilities regarding this, because as well as just having lots of cool new ways to hurt enemies, there's also a whole new dynamic with arrows that's coming with this, and it's really cool and definitely worth explaining because this is the future of Minecraft combat right here. So please do like the video if you do like it. It helps out the channel a lot and lets us know you do like it. And let's get straight into the video then, shall we? So let's start by explaining how we've gone, how we've got so many arrows and how you can even comprehend what they all do. So the most easy way to start here is the fact that most of these arrow types already are ones that you actually already know because they're basically potion arrows. There's going to be a way to combine potions with arrows, and when that arrow hits someone, it does the effect of the arrow. And this means you can do stuff like poisonous, arrows. You can do stuff like harming arrows, but it also, as well as slowness arrows, but it also means you can do some slightly more positive effects, which you might really not want to do to an enemy, like fire resistance arrows, or leaping arrows, or, invisibility, night vision arrows, or even, worse, regeneration and healing arrows. So what exactly is going on there? Why are all the arrows here? I assume they're trying to make the combat a lot more less one-dimensional, rather than just, you hit people and you make them go away. You've got to really think about exactly how you're going to do that. There's going to be a whole metagame around which arrows are the best and stuff, and I think that's really cool. And one really cool thing you could do, for instance, is if you had a punch bow, previously there'd be no reason to do this, but if you had a punch bow and a swiftness arrow, if you see if you're like on top of a hill, you see a teammate running after an enemy that he's trying to kill, you fire the swiftness arrow at him with the punch. He gets knocked forward from the punch, but he also gets the 20 or 40% bonus from the swiftness arrow, which is crazy if you think about that you can really help your teammates by shooting them in the back. So yeah, that's something that's going to be entirely possible right now. As well as that, there's all these different things, and it basically kind of gives me the impression that there's going to be one guy, or like multiple guys with their bows, being like battlefield commanders on top of a mountain, watching over a cool battlefield. And I can see an amazing situation coming from that. But anyway, let's show you how a few of these other things work, because there is 3 other types of arrows, by the way, as well as all the potion arrows. There is the water bottle. It's just called the water bottle, not the water bottle arrow. It doesn't really do anything right now, so I assume this is for future updates. We've got the spectral arrow and the regular arrow. So let's show the spectral arrow in action, which is one of my favorite ones. And you might also notice I'm holding an arrow in my left hand. This is because the offhand slot, which is part of the dual wielding system, is actually used to hold arrows, and it means you can pick which one you use. If you don't pick an arrow, it will just use the one with the highest ID first, which I think is night vision, followed by invisibility, all the potion ones, and then spectral, then regular. So if you want to fire a particular arrow, particularly if it's spectral, make sure you put it in your offhand slot, and this is what spectral arrows do, because this is one of the coolest effects. We saw a little bit of it in the 1.9 previous, but as you can see, even if I look away, even if I'm not doing anything, for 10 whole seconds, you get a preview of where your enemies are through a wall. This is pretty useless on stuff like zombies and, other non-hostile mobs, because it's just like, oh yeah, I get to see them 10 seconds. It's mostly a cool thing if you use them on them, but this is amazing for multiplayer because of the fact that if you hit an enemy like that, 10 whole seconds of vision is enough to do some serious things. They might go back to their hidey hole, they might do a whole bunch of things, but if you hit them, you get, 10 seconds of vision, and that means you can chase them when they don't necessarily know it. So, there's going to be a whole game in working out if you've been hit by a spectral arrow, not doing anything for a whole 10 seconds, maybe even counting it up and doing that sort of thing. I think that's pretty cool personally, and yeah, let's also show you some of the other arrows here. So we've got some potions of slowness, we've got some night vision, we've got some fire resistance. We use all these things on the arrow enemy, but let's use the invisibility one, because this is one I think is mainly for allies. Like if you see it, again, if you see a friendly who's going behind enemy scenes, instead of making him do his own thing, the zombie actually died instead of going invisible. So I guess don't get to see that. But yeah, instead of that, if he's going behind the scenes, you can shoot him with this maybe. I can't see this being used on enemies effectively, because, making the cow invisible doesn't really help me kill it, but it is still something worth considering. It's one of these, types of arrows that, although it's mostly going to be for friendly, it does probably still have some, versatility on that thing, and most importantly of all, one of the craziest ones to me is the potion of poison, because if you combine this with a flame 1 bow, this is one of my, favorite tips for Minecraft. Flame bows are really powerful because they hit straight through armor. Combine that with a fire bow, and you can do fire damage to people, and you can do poison damage to people at the same time through armor. So no matter how much armor you have, if you go up against a person with a bow that has this, it's, you're dead. Let me just show the weakest possibility thing. You can see he's taking fire damage and poison damage. It's not even fair. It's crazy damage you can take like this, and now he's going to die from the poison like this. So yeah, one thing to definitely note here, by the way, the poison, it won't take you down to 0 health, but it will take you down to half a heart, which is enough to die in one hit to basically anything. And also yeah, it's just something worth considering. So yeah, poison and flame, very, very powerful combination so far. For my testing so far, just so you know, the regular arrow does still have some use. One, because it's easy to make, and two, because of the fact that you can actually do slightly more damage. My testing so far has said in the current snapshot, balance is going to change, but the regular arrow does slightly more damage than the spectral arrow. So, and I don't know if this is going to be available in any way besides, rarely. So I think this is going to be the rare arrow. This is going to be a regular one, and if you want to affect someone, with one of these things, you can. The harming arrow is very, very deadly. The poison arrow, combined with flame bow is deadly. And, the slowness arrow can be used to stop a retreat. Other than that, these arrows, these are mostly just, help your friendlies out, which is something that's really, really interesting to me. Especially, that you might find it easier to hit yourself with an arrow than it is to actually fire a potion at yourself. Because then if you're, you're sniping like this, so let's say, you want to, instead of using a potion, you can actually just be like, oh, I can't use the potion right now, I'm so busy. So you could just use fire resistance potions all the time, maybe. Hit it up, and then, you switch back to your thing, so you just go like this, and look at me now, I've got some fire resistance, and it only cost me a half damage. It's something, it's going to have to be played out. I think it's pretty interesting. Also, let's just quickly hit myself in the head here, shall we? Oh, wait, there we go. As you can see, the fire resistance is magical. But yeah, lots of things to consider. Let me know what combination you think will work the best, because as I said, there's 3 different types of bow combinations. There's punch, there's flame, and there's regular. Obviously, power's in there too, but, punch and flame actually affect the way it works. Let me know which one you think's the most deadly. Do you think it's flame and invisibility, so you can see their fires and they can't see stuff? Do you think it's, any combination? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you did like it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Oh, by the way, in the top right, you'll see the potion effect, so you don't have to press your inventory anymore. It's up there in the top right. It's pretty cool. I thought so anyway. Yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.